Welcome to the Warsaw Narrative, the first English language podcast dedicated to the history of Warsaw. If you enjoy this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Today, we travel back to one of the lesser known acts of rebellion in Warsaw's past, a failed assassination that ended not just in violence, but in the sound of Chopin's piano crashing into the pavement. This is the story of the assassination attempt on General Fiodor Berg. It's September 19th, 1863. Warsaw is in the middle of the January Uprising, a Polish struggle for freedom from Russian rule. That same year, Tsar Alexander II appointed General Fiodor Berg as governor of the Kingdom of Poland. General Berg was already infamous in Poland. As an army officer, he helped end the November Uprising of 1830, and now, at the age of 70, he returned once again to crush Polish hopes for independence with an iron fist. To fight back, the underground Polish national government established a secret military police that would execute spies, traitors, and Russian officials. These men were known as Sztyletnicy, or dagger men. By the summer of 1863, they decided to assassinate Berg as a way to break the morale of the Russians. The target was studied carefully. Berg kept a strict routine. His carriage passed the same route at predictable times. The best opportunity, they believed, would be from the Zamoyski Palace on Nowy Świat Street, close to the Copernicus Monument, when Berg was on his way to the royal castle. The plan was set. The assassins prepared explosives and bombs, and on the afternoon of September 19th, they climbed into the attic of the palace to wait. Around 5 p.m., Berg's carriage appeared. The daggermen attacked. Explosions tore through the air and screams were heard in the streets. But the attack failed. Only Berg's assistant and a few horses were wounded. Berg himself escaped with nothing more than a damaged coat. Amid the chaos, the daggermen slipped away, unnoticed. Berg's anger was immense and his response was swift and brutal. Russian soldiers surrounded the Zamoyski Palace. The daggermen were never caught, but that didn't matter. Everyone in the palace was to be punished. All the men in the palace were arrested. Women and children were thrown out into the street. The palace's owner, Andrzej Zamoyski, had all his property confiscated and was exiled. His son was sentenced to 8 years of hard labor and stripped of his noble titles. Only the efforts of his family managed to reduce the sentence to exile. Among the residents was Izabela Barczyńska, Fryderyk Chopin's younger sister. In her home stood one of Chopin's personal pianos, which was thrown out from a window by soldiers. What remained was burnt in the street. Other artifacts connected to Chopin met the same fate. Having died 14 years earlier, Chopin never saw all this destruction. Russian soldiers looted what they could from the palace. Furniture and valuables were thrown into the street and burned. Professors, aristocrats, and members of the Warsaw bourgeoisie had lived in the Zamoyski Palace. The cultural loss was enormous. Rare manuscripts, artworks, entire libraries, all gone. Sometimes the cost of resistance is not measured in lost lives, but also in destroyed culture. Thank you for listening, and take care.